This is the audience for my informative speech. Did you know, according to the National Institute of Mental Health, in 2006, 33,300 people died by suicide in the U.S. Of them, 90% of those who decided to take their own lives had a diagnosable mental disorder. My name is Devon Joyner, and I'm a communications student at Liberty University Online. The content of this speech will supply you with the greater knowledge of the psychology field. It will help you with further evaluation of whether or not this is a career for you. And it will also help you better understand what goes into pursuing a career in this field. I've personally witnessed the impact a mental disorder can have on a person and their family. My aunt suffered from schizophrenia and has had several episodes where she believed that someone was after her or out to get her, which made it hard for her to live her own life. With the help of her psychiatric team, she can now live a productive life, raising a family and attending college. In this speech, I will be discussing the duties, education requirements, and working environments of one in the psychology vocation, as well as this career being used as a way of promoting the things in which God values. Now let's take a look at the education requirements. These are the same in most U.S. states. Most vocations in psychology requires one to get a master's degree, in which a student has to take 2 to 3 years of graduate school. Many also, such as clinical psychology and health psychology, require students to take about 4 to 7 years of graduate school. There are also job titles that do not require so much schooling, where an occupant can receive a bachelor's degree, such as social work, where one can expect to make less pay with an average of $43,000 a year. We've looked a little into the education requirements of this vocation. Now let's look at the duties that a person needs in the psychology field. Those who work in this vocation have the duty to help promote mental and emotional wellness through evaluation and treatment plans, which may involve medication or extensive counseling sessions to provide the best help for the patient. This will be left up to the psychiatric team upon further evaluation of that person. Let's now look at the training within this profession. Those in the psychology field receive extensive training in cognitive, psychosocial, and behavioral development in stages of life, such as childhood, adolescence, young adulthood, and late adulthood. There is also an internship after your course lessons that will help you get a feel of this profession hands-on before entering the work field. A large part of recognizing mental illness requires the study of the DSM-4 TR, which is this here. Yeah. As for the working environments of this vocation, there are many. One can work in the inpatient mental health ward, outpatient behavioral health clinics, hospitals, schools, professional sports, and prisons, etc., wherever there's a need for mental and emotional wellness. Now let's quickly take a glimpse of the increase of the need of the mental health vocation, or psychology vocation. In a national survey conducted by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, revealed 45.1 million adults in the United States had a mental disorder in the past year. This reveals a continuing epidemic and a guaranteed need for personnel in this vocation. This brings me to my final point. The psychology field affords great opportunities for interaction with individuals in a way that God values. God values life, as shown in Proverbs 24, chapter 24, verse 11. Rescue those being led away to death. Hold back those staggering toward death. God also values our love for others, shown in 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11 through 12. Finally, brothers and sisters, rejoice. Strive for full restoration. Encourage one another. Be one, live in peace, and the God of love and peace will be with you. In conclusion, as I've stated, mental illness and emotional distress has been increasing in the past years. So has the need for psychology specialists to help assess and treat these disorders. Thus, a job in this work field would present great opportunities, and not just in the job security, rather in promoting opportunities to interact with people in the way that God values. Thank you very much, and that's the end of my